One of his
Lou
properties,
Brown, Lou Brown has been our primary realtor. He's old school here in St. Petersburg. We call him old school. He's a little bit younger than I, but we use him as much as possible for most of our acquisitions because he understands the community.
And what would be your overall overarching message to our community in this specific time? Because we are in a time, I call it a time of reconstruction. So what would you, if you had everybody in specifically the Black community sitting here listening to this, what would be your overarching message?
Thank you. First of all, it takes a team. This is not a one person's game. If you want to grow economically and you want to grow your wealth, you heard me talk about my realtor, Lou Brown Realty, and then he's a team member. Then you need to get an accountant as a team member. You need to get an appraiser as a team member. One of the things that's hurt the African American communities for years is that our appraisals would come out so low that the appraisal industry would devalue our community. And we, as African Americans, we devalued our community. We call it the bad area. We spoke poorly about it. The moment the white community acquires our neighborhood, they give it a new name. They start talking the language of how great it is and what have you. So we've got to change our language. We got to change our mindset, because where you are now is the best place for you to invest. And so some people ask me, why didn't I go out to the beaches? Why didn't I invest in the beach? I wasn't raised at the beaches. I was raised in the heart of the South St. Petersburg community. So if I can do something to benefit the community that was my protector, that was my village when I was a little boy, not understanding things about life, some other people who helped me, now I'm in a position to help other people. If nothing else, providing commercial space or providing housing, residential space. But the goal is for any entrepreneur that's working with us is for them to acquire their own house, to acquire their own buildings and move on. And we'll give them the platform now to grow their wealth so they can move on to the next level. So my message to the African American community: build a team. You need multiple people working with you, a carpenter, a plumber, an electrician. You need these people to establish relationships, and don't be color biased. I have tried many years to hire Black only, but that can end up being in a rut sometimes, because sometimes the Black entrepreneur is just not ready to embrace the big parade. They are still doing business the old school way, or they haven't studied the new code requirements for electricians. So things like that. If you don't do it up to code, it won't pass inspection. So things have to be done properly. So you have to upgrade your system. So you can't just do business with a person because they're your cousin, because they're a family friend. You got to do business with the person that can best meet your needs as an entrepreneur.
Now that is business 101. Thank you so much for sharing with us on Ernisa B. Testimony Thursday with Ernisa B. And Mr. B. We appreciate everything that you have done and everything that you are doing to invest, to restore, and to innovate in the Black community in St. Petersburg, Florida. Not just for the Black community, but for all of humanity.
I thank you for this opportunity.